So as agents, once we list a home for sale, we can see the amount of views that you've received on the MLS. We can see the amount of views you've received on Zillow. Anybody can look at saves and views on Zillow
Correct.
and things like that. Views is fine and dandy, but we're not using that to determine what, whether or not we're going to receive a contract.
Correct.
The things that we're using to determine whether we're going to receive a contract is, hey,
How
how many
showings?
people are actually showing up and looking at the house in person physically? If you haven't received any showings, there's a problem.
That's when we need to come down on the price.
That's the and
So I'm going to use.
it's real hard for an agent to break it down to a seller and say, look, I know we thought based off of comps and what we listed for that we should be able to get this, but
The market is telling us.
I'm tucking my tail and saying I was wrong.
Yeah.
I've got to be able to articulate that to you as a seller. Hey, when I read comps, I read them wrong, or I misjudged where we were at, or whatever the case may be. But if we're not getting any showings, nobody's coming to look at the house. Ain't nobody gonna write you an offer.
Right. You're not going to get paid on something that nobody's looking at.
And everybody's looking at it online to start.
They are.
So if they're looking at your listing, they're seeing the photos, they're seeing how nice or not nice of a home you've got, and they're looking at that price and going, to me, it's not worth my time to even go look at it. Like, it's not even in consideration. If that's the case, the only solution you have is to drop the price.
That is correct.
You can make the upgrades. You can redo the lights. You can clean the house. You can do all the things. But if nobody's coming to look at all the things that you've done,
Don't matter.
it doesn't matter.
If a tree falls in the woods.
Yeah. If a tree falls in the woods, does anybody hear it? No. Does it make a sound? Yeah, it makes a sound, but you can't hear it, so you don't know. I mean, but realistically, though, you have to have people coming through your door in order to receive an offer.
That is correct.
The only way you're going to get them coming through the door is if the price is right.
That is correct.
Or even relatively right.
Correct.
Like even somewhat close.
Now, location does bite you in the butt every once in a while, but price still gets them there.
But location is what's going to affect your price too.
It absolutely is.
Somebody way out in the sticks is not going to get $500,000 for the same house that is selling for $500,000 in town.
No, and
realistically, that $500,000 house in town, you move it out to the sticks, it's probably $450
or
$400
or $375.
I mean, it just depending on what else is there,
correct,
and relative to that, but.
Because I did do an appraisal one time. The house was right next to our pig farm, and that affects the price, boys and girls.